Hey everyone, before we get started, remember to hit subscribe right there. Yeah. And remember to hit the little alarm button so that you get reminders of the next Collective Drift episode and for Vlogmas.
Hey everyone, welcome to Collective Drift's very first episode and series of Vlogmas. Woo! I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. So in my series of Vlogmas, I'll be providing random tips about things that I've learned in life, either about travel, wellness, being a woman, love, whatever it is. The first part of the series is on travel insurance. It's a question I get all the time. Should you get travel insurance? Should I get travel insurance? Yes. Hell yes. Absolutely. There's no reason why you shouldn't get travel insurance if you're traveling abroad or even traveling locally. So, what's the first thing you do with travel insurance? One, make sure you have some travel insurance. And that might be on your credit card. A lot of credit cards already have travel insurance attached to them. So take a look at your policy. These are the things that you need to look for when you are purchasing travel insurance and you're deciding on which one to get. I typically have two policies. Yep, two, not one. The camera's over there, so it does like a weird thing. Not one, but two travel insurance policies. And why? Because it's a bigger benefit, bigger bang for your buck, actually, if something happens. It's kind of like a gamble, kind of a bet. I'll explain more why. I'm telling you, the reward is worth the risk. That $50, that $100 you're paying, whatever. Okay, what are you looking for when you're purchasing travel insurance? You're looking for medical coverage, which is I'm not editing this. I'm sorry, you guys, which is very helpful for right now when we're traveling with coronavirus. If you are traveling, hopefully it is for an important reason. We're not going to do any travel shaming. This is about travel insurance. It's not about coronavirus. Okay, you guys? So please. Thank you. So yes, you want to choose your travel insurance based on the medical coverage that it holds. Often you might find a policy that has $100,000 of medical insurance. That means it'll cover pretty much anything and everything that happens to you while you're abroad, except for pre-existing conditions. And that depends on the insurance carrier that you have. So if you have pre-existing conditions that you need to be covered, you need to check out the policy, because some insurance companies, for example, my American Express card, does cover pre-existing conditions if you have not experienced anything within the past 90 days, and that it's not a chronic illness, meaning that it's not something that's never going to go away. So if you get constant migraines, I don't think they're going to cover it. And I have arthritis already. Doesn't that suck? But yeah, they're not covering that. Okay, so medical. So you also want to make sure that there is medical reparations. So repatriations, not reparations, medical repatriations, evacuations. So if something happens to you wherever you are in the world, if they do not have the proper medical facilities that they can fly you back home or to a place where you can be helped. Okay, so look for all of that. You also want to make sure it has dental coverage. This is kind of regular, like basic, like if you have a toothache, you can go to the dentist, and typically it's about $500 where they'll cover you for dental arrangements. One of the things I saw recently was that it would only cover, there was an insurance company I was looking at, and they would only cover for like public hospitals or like the standard care. That's not acceptable for me. Yep, call it privilege, whatever you want. It is not acceptable for me because I may need a better class of medical care. So you want to make sure that you have the best class of medical care possible. So get the insurance that costs $10 more so you can get the best class of medical care possible. Okay? Okay. That's about it in regards to medical. You just want to make sure you have enough coverage. You want to make sure that you can be evacuated back to your home country or to the next best place so that you can be treated. You want to make sure that it has the dental coverage. You also, in case you are traveling during coronavirus, you want to make sure that it doesn't have an exclusion for coronavirus, or that it doesn't have an exclusion in general for travel health warnings, because then they might say, oh, you decided to go, and the US, Germany, France, Europe, South Africa, wherever you're traveling from, has already said that there's a travel warning for this place, and therefore your insurance will not cover you. Hear it? You just spent this money and it doesn't mean a dime for you, especially in regards to health. So check that out. But also check that out overall, because they may not cover you if you go to any country that has a travel warning. I have my phone on silent and it's still buzzing. I have it on do not disturb. We're going to get back to it. Sorry, because there are no edits. Whoever's calling, love ya, mean it. Okay, so the next important thing is definitely your travel delay, travel cancellations. So let's say you are at your job and you're loving it and you get fired. Or your boss is like, nah, you can't go. Travel insurance covers that. And now you can cancel your trip. So flight cancellation insurance is very important. Or you get sick. We were just talking about the health stuff. Or your house catches on fire. Or your mom's house catches on fire. Or your parents die or something, unfortunately. I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. Knock on wood. I hope that's wood. Anyways. But yes, flight cancellation insurance, very important. Sometimes that's something that's offered with airlines. And right now, again, COVID is everything. Everything is different. So during COVID, you might not really need that insurance. Check the airline that you're traveling on. A lot of the times, the airlines right now have an automatic rebooking policy because of COVID. So you can change your flight. Just look at the dates that airline actually has that policy for. You pretty much could just Google the airline's name and COVID and see what their COVID policies are. So flight cancellation insurance during the midst of this pandemic isn't as important as it was before, or it might be later. Okay, so that's number 2, travel cancellation. Travel delay or trip delay insurance. All of this, by the way, should be in one policy package. So delay insurance. This is one of my favorites. Okay, you can, let's say you're flying, and this happened to me before, so I'll tell the story. So I was flying from Miami to Germany, and I had a connection in Spain. What happened? So if you've ever been to Madrid's International Airport, the connection, like the terminal is huge. If you're coming from America, you're going to land in Terminal S, I believe, or T. I could be wrong. Let's ignore that. You're going to land in, let's say, Terminal S or T, whatever it is. And then your connection to another European country is actually a 30-minute walk away. And it'll say that on the board. So my connection was, I had an hour between landing and taking off for my next flight. Did I know this? Nope, didn't know this. Was it okay? Yeah, it ended up being okay, because let me tell you why. So I look at my lovely travel insurance that I had with my Amex policy. This is not an ad, but I love my Amex policy and my American Express card. Never leave home without it, because last year it had a $250 travel delay benefit. Now it has a $500 travel delay benefit. So what does that mean? One, I go on to Facebook, go on to one of my favorite international travel Facebook group, Nomadish Tribes. Hey, shout out Avita. And I was like, hey, is anybody in Madrid? And this guy hits me up and he's like, hey, I'm in Madrid, but I'm busy right now, but I'll put you in the WhatsApp group. And then he puts me in the WhatsApp group. And then someone on there, and she's like, hey, girl, yeah, I'm here. We can hang out, hook up with her, take the taxi. Now, everything I'm talking about right now is going to be paid for by my travel insurance. So the taxi, Uber, whatever you're using, I take my Uber and I go meet her for lunch. Treat her for lunch, buy a bottle of champagne, order everything on the menu that we want. She says, we're going to this restaurant. Then she walks me around town, and then we grab some dessert, we grab some coffee. I buy an adapter for my, the plug adapter, because I always forget it for some reason. That's something also you need when you travel, is your power adapter, that thingy. I wish I had one right here to show you, but I don't. Yeah, so anyways, that, and then my taxi back. So imagine if it was cold and I needed a jacket and my trip was delayed. Guess what? That should be covered. Also, okay, listen, another disclaimer. Insurance companies never tell you exactly what is covered. You cannot call and say, okay, is this going to be covered? They're going to say, no, you have to submit your claim. So don't take everything as my advice as 100% perfect, because they just tend to decline stuff. But Amex is pretty good. I've never had any problems with Amex, and I've had delayed flights like twice, maybe 3 times. It's amazing, especially now that there's this $500 benefit. I mean, if I've got like a 12-hour delay or a 24-hour delay, now I can go lay up in a nice hotel. Ooh, and maybe even have a spa treatment because I'm stressed out. Nah, probably not. But okay, so that's the travel delay insurance. Very important. Get it. You're losing money if you haven't gotten it. You've had a delayed flight before. Something to look for in particular with the travel delay insurance. 1, how much money do they give you? Of course, you know that. 2, how long is the delay? How long does the delay have to be in order to qualify, in order for you to use this benefit? This is very important. Some airlines, or some insurance companies say that it's 4 hours. Some say that it's 8 hours. Ooh, that's an 8, not a 7. Some might say 12 hours. So make sure that you know this. And definitely when you're purchasing travel insurance, you want to get the shortest timeline in regards to that. Another thing to take note of with this is that airlines usually have a claim site on their website. And if they delay your flight or you miss your connection because of them, then they should be reimbursing you for this benefit too. So let's say Amex gives me $500 and the airline gives me another $100, because it's not going to be big like Amex or another insurance company. Then I have $600 to spend for the day. Yay! I think that was a lovely Christmas gift for you. Okay, so the next part of travel insurance. So what we talked about health, we talked about flight delays, we talked about what was the other thing? My brain sucks. I was just telling my mom her brain sucks, but my brain sucks. It does. We were talking about health. We were talking about travel delay and something else. Sorry. Okay. But the last part and my favorite part, baggage insurance. So baggage insurance, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the number 1 reasons why you should have travel insurance. Let me tell you why. Okay, so say you go on a trip. Oh, the other one was flight cancellation insurance. My bad. Okay, we're back. So say you go on a trip. Let's talk about the small part, the delay. Let's talk about delay insurance. So let's say you go on a trip, you have a connection. I pray for my bag to be delayed when I have a connection. Why? Because most insurance companies are going to have baggage delay insurance. That means if your bag is delayed by a certain amount of time, then you get a little shopping spree to make sure that you have the items that you need for that day. So, for example, I had a connection somewhere, probably going to Thailand or something. I definitely have one going to Thailand. I definitely have one going to like Spain or something. So your baggage doesn't make it to wherever it's going on the same day. You're at the conveyor belt and the bags are going around and you're like, where's my bag? I don't see my bag. Don't trip. You've got travel insurance, especially if you have a few days at the current destination you're at. Of course, if you are like doing like a whole bunch of traveling, you don't want this to happen. But if you're going to be somewhere for a week and one of your bags doesn't come and they're like, hey, so what do you need to look for on your travel insurance policy? How much money are they providing you with if your bag is delayed? Number 1. Number 2, Again, this is about time. So delay is all about time. How long must your bag be delayed in order for you to utilize this benefit? This can be, 12 hours. It can be 24 hours. It can be next day. So you need to understand when you go, you talk to the airline and you're like, okay, when am I going to get my bag? Oh, sorry, ma'am, the next flight isn't until tomorrow. So you have a day, right? Otherwise, you kind of have to wait around until the time has expired. But if it gets close, you can always return stuff, whatever. Okay, so you need to pay attention to the time. Also, very important, when you go there, you make sure you fill out a claim form. You make sure that it says that your bag is delayed on the form. You need to get all the information for the travel insurance company because you're going to have to submit that. The other thing that you're going to have to submit is your receipts. So all the time, all the shopping stuff all the food stuff we were talking about before in regards to your trip delay, because if you missed your connection or whatever, you need to make sure you keep your receipts. Okay, so you can go out for the day. You can get let's say, I had a business meeting today. I had a family dinner I needed to go to, and I was going to go to the beach. So now I need shoes for my family dinner. I need my shoes for the business meeting, and I need a swimsuit, to go to the beach. And I also need toothbrush, and I need a new underwear. I need some makeup and whatever I need for the day. And now my travel insurance has covered me. Did I say the thing earlier about having 2 travel insurances and the benefit of it? So so if you have 2 travel insurance companies, now you have this. So one travel insurance covers $500. Now this next one, it covers maybe $200. So now I have $700 to spend for the day. Woo! Merry Christmas to you. Okay, so that's luggage delay. Baggage loss insurance. That's a whole nother category. Actually, I'm going to save that for next. Let's go with luggage damage insurance. So you want to make sure that you have luggage damage insurance on your travel insurance policy. Because yes, sometimes the airline does cover this, but they might just say they want to fix your bag and it doesn't look all brand new, spanking new if you do that. Or for instance, American Airlines. If my baggage is damaged on American Airlines and I arrive at a hub like at Miami International Airport, they have a closet, a whole room, big old room full of bags. And they're like, here, take this one. I'm sorry, that bag is not like my Delcy bag. I do not want it. Okay, yes, I am bougie about my bag. I like it. It has rolling wheels and it has a lock on it to stop it from whatever. Okay, so say my bag now has a big old crack on it because I use hard luggage instead of the soft luggage. My travel insurance will cover that. So make sure you file the claim, and then the airline also needs to decline your request for them to fix the bag, or they need to decline your request for a new bag or fixing rag, whatever it is, okay? So you need to get that. And then you're gonna submit the claim to your insurance company. And you're gonna do that by purchasing a new bag and sending them the claim. I would say another overall tip is whenever any of these events happen, call your insurance company and say, hey, this happened. I need to submit a claim. What do I need to do in order to submit the claim? That way you have everything you need to know in order to submit the claim, and so that you do everything properly and you save all of your documents. Always save your ticket as well. It's probably on your phone. Take a screenshot of it. Make sure you hold on to that. And your baggage tag, your luggage tag, make sure you keep a picture of that as well. Okay, people? Okay. And for my favorite, travel insurance of them all, it is lost luggage. Yes, lost luggage insurance. You guys, do you know people will steal your bag? Let's say lost luggage and stolen items insurance. We'll put that all in a little lump sum. Okay. So your travel insurance company may cover anywhere from $1,500, because right now the one I have at Seven Corners is a medical insurance primarily. So it only covers $1,500 for lost luggage or or theft for my travel insurance. Amex covers $5,000. So I have a combined benefit of oh, I'm sorry, of 6,500. I'm learning German right now, so that's my excuse. So I have a combined benefit of 6,500. So let's say I'm traveling and again, I'm looking at the conveyor belt. Where's my bag? Where's my bag? Ish, it's delayed. Next day, ish, they still haven't found it. And now it's lost. What do I need to look at on the insurance policy? Of course, how much do I have? How long does the delay have to be for? No, this is not a delay. This is a loss. So you need to look at the airline and see how long do they take to determine that your bag is lost. So oops, there you go. You have 3 travel insurance policies right now. If you have 2 of your own, so you have your card, you have your travel insurance, and you have the airline policy. Airlines also have to cover the loss of your bag. So you need to see how long that takes. They may say it takes us 30 days to determine that your bag is lost. Yes, 30 whole days. At least you have your delayed bag insurance at this time, and you pretty much know you're not getting your bag. And you might be able, if you're doing a regular trip, you'll be able to figure this out when you get home, right? So if your bag is delayed, sorry, y'all, it's getting late here. If your bag is lost and it's after the timeline, now you've called the insurance company, right? You've said, what do you need to do? Okay, and then what you're gonna do when your bag is lost, you're gonna have to then either have receipts for the things that were already in your bag, or purchase new things to replace the items that were in your bag already and provide the receipts for that. Okay? Yay. And the same thing for if the bag was stolen. So if the bag was stolen or things were stolen out of your bag, you're going to have to show receipts for them or purchase new things. One of the things that's usually required by an airline, and for theft, if it was a theft and it was outside of a lost bag and it was just like complete theft, then you're also going to have to file a police report in general. Again, call the insurance company, look at your policy, see what your policy requires in order for you to claim this benefit and get the money that you need reimbursed, because you're being reimbursed because you have paid for your insurance. So don't be scared to file a claim. Okay. Yay. And when you file a lost baggage report at the airline, you're going to have to itemize everything that is in your bag. So you might want to do this before you travel. I don't know if it's that serious, but you need to itemize everything that's in your bag and submit that to the airline. That list then needs to correlate with exactly what you're submitting to the airline. Okay. So there can't be any mismatches. Don't forget to put something that was on there. Don't be like, oh, I forgot I had a pair of Christian Lacroix shoes or Christian Lacroix underwear, a pair of Christian Dior shoes. I don't wear designer shoes because they hurt my feet. Okay, so you don't forget that those were in your bag all of a sudden and try to put it on the claim. The insurance company is gonna be like, no, you didn't have that on the list for the airline. It's not right there. Okay, so put that on the list. Okay, yes, I kept saying okay, so I had to do it. Okay, so that's about it. I mean, there's a ton of other things that are on your travel insurance that there's coverage for. So make sure you take a look at it. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments right there. Yeah, I didn't say that, man. Make sure you subscribe to Collective Drift on YouTube, because this is where you're watching, and click the little bell with the alert button. I think it's over here. Yeah, subscribe and click the alert button. Well, I hope you enjoy Collective Drift's Vlogmas and that you look forward to the next episode. And check out the other Collective Drift episodes, which celebrate international women, culture, and travel. Well, happy holidays. Like jingle bells, jingle bells. Maybe I'll play that in the background. Ciao. Oh yeah, sharing is caring. Share, 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 share. That's my audio effect. I told y'all I'm not editing this right.